Okay, let's start off by heading over here. Ah, there's Solus. Huh.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Yeah. Room for a lot of stuff. Oh, 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 something's up there. What is up here? The rotunda and the fresco. Sister Leliana, as per your request, I have made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the rotunda. Oh wow, this is a very long report. Yeah, I ain't gonna read all that. Solus?
What can I do for you?
Huh. Tell me more of yourself.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me.
Huh.
All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Okay. Oh, I did not realize this was going to trigger some kind of cutscene, but okay. Why not? Annulment of Dare's Muid. Huh. And I wish I could read it. Where is he taking me? Solus. Where are we going? What the? Haven?
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
Huh.
We talked about that already.
Huh. Odd that everything seems so
I sat beside you while you slept,
intact.
studying the anchor.
He sat beside me while I slept? Huh. Thanks, by the way.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
Yeah.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
I would never have allowed that.
I would never have agreed to that.
You were in no position to argue.
Tuh.
You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade.
Tuh.
I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
You didn't.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them.
This isn't real, is it?
I watched the rifts expand and
Because
grow.
it's breach
Resigned
is still
myself
there.
to flee, and then
I think he and I are dreaming.
it seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
Huh. Haha. Well, I'm glad you stayed.
For all our sakes, I'm pleased that you stuck around.
As am I. You have fractured rules of man and nature, and you will shatter more before you are done. To visit me here, and you not even a mage.
What do you mean?
Huh.
Where do you think we were?
Are we in the...
This isn't real.
No, either we're in a dream,
That's a matter of debate.
or...
Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Whoa, we were in a dream. Wow. Huh. That was pretty cool. Solus just had us talk in private in a dream. That was pretty awesome. At least I think it's awesome. You never know when you go to talk to somebody if it's going to trigger some kind of cutscene. And now I am apparently in my quarters? And new operations have just opened up. Judge the prisoner. Sit in judgment. Ah, wow. Recipes for a tower, a courtyard, and something else. That's a pretty plain looking bed. I gotta get a better bed. One that looks better than that. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at this. Now this is a view. Holy moly. This is my view from my room. Wow. I mean, yeah, a lot of it is mainly just snow-covered mountains, but look at that. Look at that view. I think that's pretty cool. There's another balcony over here. Let's take a look out here. Huh. Look at the clouds. Look at the trees, the snow, the high mountains. This is pretty awesome. Just beautiful. Just beautiful to look at.
Certainly spared no expense.
A Templar banner? Huh. I don't recall putting up Templar banners. Oh. Bunch of ravens. Let's see if I can go back and continue that conversation with Solus. Although, oh, here we go. Look at this. Oh, they actually finished. Look at this. They actually cleaned this place up. So the whole time that Solus and I were talking to each other while I was napping, they were cleaning this place up. And now look at this place. It's actually pretty nice looking. Pretty decent. They got the chandelier up. They patched up the holes in the roof. All that wood is gone. This is awesome. They got soldiers here standing at the sides of my throne like I'm some king. I'm the Inquisitor. That's right. Huh. I can judge somebody on my throne. Tower, a courtyard, a garden. Sit in judgment. Someone being held in Skyhold awaits judgment. Huh. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. Alright. This is pretty cool. I can be able to judge people from my throne like as if I'm a king, like in Game of Thrones, sitting on the Iron Throne. And because I'm a dwarf, you could say it's like I'm Tyrion Lannister. I judge the prisoner. Look at that.
Impressive,
That's an
is it not?
awesome throne.
Fit for a leader.
Yes,
meant
it
to
is.
show influence and the burden.
Be like, yeah, that's right. I'm
It is
sitting
where
inside
the
the skull of a
Inquisition will sit
dragon.
in
That's
judgment,
right.
Where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I judge?
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least.
Huh.
All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Huh. Sounds like a grim responsibility.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound.
Nice.
Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Huh. Let us begin.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Huh. Okay. Let's sit. Let us see who needs to be judged. The teeth are my armrest. That is so cool.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking
Whoa, it's one of these guys.
the building with a goat.
What? Ah!
Chief Mogran the Elder. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen.
He threw a goat
Who
at our
repeatedly
wall.
attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
That was hilarious. A goat just flying out of nowhere and hitting our wall. I have to ask him, with a goat?
You answered the death of your clan with a goat?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son. And I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Ah, okay.
Don't look at me.
No foul. You meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat.
Huh.
Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
So he was the father of that Avar who I defeated. And apparently it's his custom. Oh, I acquired a chastened throne. Huh. Huh. Lands, is it called a gibbet? I'm gonna exile him to Tevinter.
It seems our conflict was accidental, Chief Movran, but it can't be repeated. I banish
acquired
you
an agent.
and your clan, with as many weapons as you can carry, to Tevinter.
My idiot boy got us something after all.
Oh, looks like everyone approves. Yeah, that was a good choice. Okay, then. Was I doing an Oompa Loompa dance there just a second ago? Oompa Loompa. So, he became an agent, I guess, in Tevinter. That was a weird judging. This looks like I can judge somebody else. Who else is there? I love this
You
throne.
recall Garion Alexius of Tevinter.
Oh, Alexius,
Ferelden
of
has
course.
given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid.
Huh.
The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former magister as you see fit.
Ha. He's been disowned by Tevinter. Huh. These are grave charges, Alexius.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
You know, the thing is, I don't really think he was doing something evil or with evil intentions. I think he was doing all this just because he wanted to save his son's life. And it's hard not to fault him for doing what he did. He was driven by, you know, the love of his son. It's hard to fault him for that, if that was truly his motivation. So I don't really think he deserves that in terms of, if he had done that like just for the sake of being evil or whatever, then absolutely. But it really was something that he was reluctant to do, but he felt like he had no other choice. I want him researching magic. I want him to work for us, to try and redeem himself.
Your magic was theoretically impossible, Alexius. I could use people like you.
Oh, he's an agent
Your
of mine now.
sentence is
Nice.
to serve, under guard, as a researcher on all things magical for the Inquisition.
No execution. Very well.
Huh. Slightly approves, slightly approves. Huh. Nothing about Dorian approving. I would think Dorian would have greatly approved of that. Ah, Judgment. The magic used in Redcliffe operation available. Cool. So he's now working for me as an agent. I think that's pretty cool. Ooh, a new door opened up. Let's see, where's this go? Huh? Oh, it's a balcony area up here. Whoa. What's up here? Oh. Construction report. Huh. Huh. Cool view from up here, too. Let's go back down here. Ugh! Broke my legs. Hey, Solus. About that conversation we had earlier. Oh, this is a long one.
Sleep well?
That was quite incredible.
I've never done anything like that before. Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
No. Consider that one more rule you have effortlessly broken in your rise to power. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable. But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Huh. What do you know about Corypheus?
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhall. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
Because I respect you.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Tell me more about this orb.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
So the orb is elven?
You said that you believe the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes.
Huh.
Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
What do you think he will do next?
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
You're certain of this?
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
What is his power base?
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus' power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of Devinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
And maybe even the red lyrium.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fae.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
would be
interesting.
happy to share it.
Tell me about old memories.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a savage human horde go marching toward the battlefront. They sang a soldier's hymn to keep formation. Primal music shook the ground. These savage, unwashed warriors carried harmonies no chantry choirs mastered. Though their cause was all but hopeless, they sang songs that made the spirits weep.
Speaking of which...
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I met a friendly spirit who observed the dreams of village girls as love first blossomed in their adolescence. With subtlety, she steered them all to village boys with gentle hearts, who would return their love with gentle kindness. The matchmaker, so I called her. That small village never knew its luck.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. That's what it sounded like. Tell me about old ruins.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found the ruin of Barandur, a lost Devinter city buried deep beneath a dead and barren wasteland. Volcanic ash
Barandur.
had sealed it tight. In one dark moment, every living creature in the city seared and smothered. They were statues in the ashes, like a mold made to recall the lost.
That almost sounds like the name of a dwarven ruin.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay, nice talk there with Solus. Ladder. Alright. Let's see. What is up here? Oh, it's a library. With a bunch of ravens. They are quite loud. Will you be quiet? Noisy ravens. Oh, Dorian. Hello, Dorian. Oh. I'll pick those up in a minute. Oh.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Huh. What is?
One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
No, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the commentary you're providing here. Not at all.
You don't need to worry about me. I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you now?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this...
Not an ancient
something
Magister.
else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales.
Huh.
But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
Yep. They say the Chantry is lying?
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us.
Huh.
They say dark spawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed.
Of course not.
But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's dark spawn, what other explanation is there?
Yeah. You seem upset.
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
You're not responsible, Dorian.
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now.
Yeah.
Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again.
Tuh.
No one will thank
Unfortunately.
me whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
Nobody knows that.
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
Nice. Nice to see he's got his motivation.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Thank you. Nice to know we have someone who's totally into helping us stop Corypheus. He's got his motivation of why he wants to stop him. Oh, I can talk to him even more.
Anything interesting?
What is that? A letter?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius'
Oh,
son.
how is he?
He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed.
Wow.
No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking.
Huh.
Felix always was as good as his word.
Huh.
Was.
He's dead.
Oh, no.
The Blight caught up with him.
Oh. Well, I knew that's what it was. From that journal entry, I knew that it was the Darkspawn taint. Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss, Dorian.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
Yeah.
I know.
You can't grieve for him.
Felix used to sneak
That doesn't
me
mean
treats
you can't
from the
grieve for him.
kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Huh. Wait a minute. That sounds a little personal. I'm gonna ask anyway.
Were the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No, I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
Huh. What about yourself?
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I.
Oh, gosh.
Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome.
Full of yourself? You think?
Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Huh. Bit of an ego there you got, Dorian, but I guess that's part of your charm.
I'm told you have Alexius researching magic for you.
Mm-hmm.
Research is always what made him happiest. Perhaps I'll even go talk to him eventually. One word of advice. If he suggests altering time as a way to solve all your problems, give it a pass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But nice to see that he then approved once I went and talked to him about it. Huh, I could re-talk to him about these things. Like Alexius.
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption. How we could one day make real
Get out of the camera
change
shot.
in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why?
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news.
So he knew it was
He
the
hadn't been
taint.
there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. The guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
I'm sorry.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Oh, yes. Such priorities. Did you miss him?
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. Not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Corypheus was a magister.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus.
There's no record?
All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records.
Huh.
Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believe.
But it's not a story.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he remembers.
Huh.
There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods.
Huh.
What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Alright. Thanks for the talk.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Naturally.
Huh. Oh, look, it's Fiona.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
Huh. I believe in your cause.
You rebelled for good reason.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, Inquisitor. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter,
You were a
leader
Grey
of
Warden?
rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
Wait a minute. You were a Grey Warden?
You were once a Grey Warden?
Mine is an unusual circumstance.
Oh,
Inquisitor.
please. Do tell.
Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a warden.
Huh?
They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, The first warden ever to be kicked out.
Whoa.
Quite the achievement.
That didn't bother you?
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave.
Huh.
It also made me unique in the circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
You started the rebellion.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
Huh. How did Alexius take control?
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
You still lead the mages?
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi.
Huh.
Although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
Huh. You think the circles will return?
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one.
Huh.
That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
Is everything okay?
I trust everything is well with the mages?
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security. Although, who knows for how long.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to it.
Before you go, Inquisitor, a question.
Oh?
In Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood to
Yeah,
talk.
I didn't exactly get an opportunity.
It's just that I knew his father, Marek, back when I was a warden.
You did? Well, I could introduce you.
You want me to smooth things over with him? Introduce you?
No. It's too late for that.
Oh, I don't
I
think
only
so.
wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman.
Oh.
Nothing more.
Oh, you're not old. Huh. Huh. Ooh. The Folly of General Not Sheraton. There's an exclamation point over here. What is this? Something down there. Huh. What is down here? Ow! Oh, it's Mother Giselle.
Inquisitor. My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Dorian? Don't like him, do you?
Is that a note of distaste I detect, Mother Giselle?
I admit his presence here makes me uncomfortable.
Oh,
Inquisitor.
don't worry
But my
about
feelings
it.
are of no importance. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
He told me they're not on good terms.
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct.
Uh-huh.
The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid.
Huh.
They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
What kind of meeting?
Just what kind of meeting did they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here.
Really?
Somewhat private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter.
Huh.
You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
Huh. And if he doesn't agree?
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Huh. Why would they contact you?
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care.
Tuh.
Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
Are you sure this is legitimate?
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case, but if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
They don't want to tell him?
They don't want Dorian to know? That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
I'll think about it.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it not?
Okay, well, that was a bit of a surprise. I actually have not encountered this, so I honestly don't know what can happen here. Your Reverence, I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting, even if in the asking I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew. Even just to talk, that is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandral Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there, and there is nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Magister Halward of House Pathis. Ooh, wow, I don't know what, I'm not sure. I mean, I would kind of like just want to ask him whether or not he even wants to do it, but I don't want him to think I'm trying to trick him or anything. This is a tough one. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get in Dorian's bad favor here. So, alright, so we're gonna end it here, and when we come back, I'm gonna talk to Dorian about this and see what he thinks, whether or not he even wants to do this, and hopefully this can end in a positive way. Stay tuned.